Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So if you haven't heard, Sony and Santa Monica Studios are gonna put out the God of War on PS4. It came out in 2018. They're doing a PC release of it. And PlayStation today unveiled the logo for their PlayStation PC development team, which seems like it's just going to be the Sony games that they are releasing for PC. It's just their logoing for that development studio. With all that in mind, I'd like to talk about something today, a topic that's pretty near and dear to me, and that's console exclusives and why I don't like it. Now, when I first started playing video games, the idea of console exclusives, it wasn't as serious as it is now. There were there were plenty of times where you had big named games, which you can't really call it, games that were made in conjunction with like movies and stuff like that. They were just different between the consoles. I know plenty of people who can probably attest to the Aladdin game that was on Sega versus the one that was on Super Nintendo were just completely different games. They weren't the same. I would rather have that than exclusive games on consoles. With a lot of the times, the big factor with it all is, of course, money. Um, Exclusive titles for certain consoles are part and parcel of the reason why those consoles sell as well as they do. It's part of it is just sort of the market. Someone would more than likely buy the console that their friends have just so they can play together. But another part of that is what's on the console. Personally, I bought a PS4 only to play Bloodborne. That's the only reason I bought one, because I'm that much of a fan of From Software games. So I can personally tell you that this sort of exclusive thing does sell consoles. As much as I hate it, it works. Now, the PlayStation PC thing, I'm hoping that this will be we'll start getting the entire PlayStation catalog on PC. I don't see the harm in that. I think that that would be a good thing, just beyond a bigger marketplace for selling your games and things like that. If they can actually start pulling from older catalogs like the PlayStation 1 era, things like that, just to put these old games on PC, easy to use. Because sure, you can get emulators and things like that, but people would rather, if you make it easy for someone to do, they'll pay for it rather than steal it or pirate it. My biggest gripe when it comes to exclusive things, and I'm wearing one of the worst offenders of it, keeping your product out of the hands of everybody who wants it, it it only harms you. Sure, you can sell more hardware by having exclusive titles for your console, but I look at it as an art form, and I don't see why you would want to limit who can experience your works. I'm really hoping that with the PlayStation PC thing, we'll start getting every PlayStation title on PC. I would love to see Bloodborne finally get ported. I'm hoping that Blue Studio has a hand in that. Their Demon Souls remaster that came out was really good. And if they can get that same team working on it and getting that on PC and then Bloodborne on PC as well, I'd be entirely too happy. But time can only tell with something like that. As far as selling, it would sell really well. I I have no doubt in my mind that if you start putting these older titles on PC, they'll sell out will not sell out, but they will sell more units than they'd ever expect. If there's any games that you're looking forward to getting ported to PC, let me know. Hopefully we'll see something good come out in the future.